seditious conspiracy trial in federal court in Washington, D.C. against the terrorist group known as the Proud Boys is underway. Opening statements took place on Thursday. James McCullough, the Assistant United States Attorney representing the prosecutor's office in this prosecution of these 5 terrorists. Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the terrorist network, Ethan Norton, Joseph Biggs, Zachary Rell, and Dominic Pizzola. Tarrio was the only one not there during the January 6th insurrectionists. The others were, some of them were violent insurrectionists who were seen on TV, charging Officer Goodman. I mean, you see these terrorists engaged in these despicable acts, and the prosecutors have their hands on not just these absurd and disgusting statements that these individuals made publicly, but they also got their hands on private telegram chats where these terrorists were bragging about the insurrection and taking down the government and taking down Biden. And guess what? The prosecutor began playing and showing all of the messages and videos of these individuals at trial for the jury in the opening statement. James McCullough did an incredible job in his opening statement going through those chats, and it's kind of slam dunk. Smoking gun evidence. One of the other
Good
things
or
that the prosecutor
good
played
morning,
during the
Mika.
opening was
Good morning,
Donald
baby. This
Trump's
is how I
speech
get prepared to go to
during the
bed.
debate with President
I think
Biden,
we will
where Trump said to the
have
Proud Boys,
a
"Stand
cup
back
of
and
Joe
stand
morning,
by,"
but
said
this
how
is
that
how I do. I have to
influenced the Proud
hydrate
Boys who responded. Enrique
and
Tarrio
I
said
take a look at
one of the
some
social media
things
platforms, he goes, "I'm
before I
standing by right now."
retire.
Joseph Biggs
So
responded,
I'm
like,
up.
ready for the
Who
call for action.
up? You up?
The
Good morning,
prosecutor
honey.
says, quote, "You will see private communications, you will see their public statements, you will see their coordinated actions. You will see their celebration of the group's activities and an attempt to cover up their tracks. You will know by the way they took direct aim at the Electoral College certification that this was the result of an agreement," the prosecutor went on to say, led by Enrique Tarrio. "These men joined together and agreed to use any means necessary, including force, to stop Congress from certifying the election. On January 6th, they took aim at the heart of our democracy." And one of the things that McCullough also pointed out is one of the things that Tarrio said was, quote, "If Biden steals this election, the Proud Boys are going to be political prisoners. We won't go quietly, I promise." And then there are other messages from them saying, "Go effing do it. Go check out the Capitol." There's like messages that lay out like the plot, essentially minute by minute. And then afterwards, like Ethan Norton bragged, "I was part of the effing storming of the Capitol in the most powerful country in the effing world. If you're going to lecture me on what's important right now, shut the F up." I mean, statements like that. You have Rell, one of the other defendants. "I'm proud as F at what we accomplished yesterday. We lost our country. We should have held the Capitol." And Biggs, "We're going to have a civil war now. Firing squads for the traitors that are trying to steal this election from the American people." And part of the seditious conspiracy plot is their effort, literally, to overthrow our democracy, the coordinated effort that was made there. Like the prosecutors have successfully prosecuted the other terrorist group, the Oath Keepers. Their 2 top leaders were convicted of seditious conspiracy counts, like Stuart Rhodes. Going to be serving a very, very, very long time in prison. Seditious conspiracy count, 20 years in prison. Obstruction, 20-year prison. These people may be facing jail, likely facing jail for the rest of their life. And when you go through the arguments being made by the terrorist groups here, that these Proud Boys, they fall into a number of categories. Some of them blame Trump, and they say it's Trump's fault. You don't see Donald Trump here. That's one of the points of attack there, that they try to basically say, look, this wouldn't have happened if Donald Trump was there. Donald Trump's not at trial. That's what Enrique Tarrio said. He goes, quote,
"Life is expensive. Tool
Okay, so we'll go back.
told them to go there on January 6th. And it was Trump in his speech on January 6th that unleashed this mob. But he's not here on trial today. It was Trump and Trump alone in his speech on January 6th that unleashed this mob. Again, where is he? He's not on trial today. Repeating that over and over again. during the opening statement. And what Enrique Tarrio's lawyer tried to argue to the jury is really what happened here. He says Tarrio is being scapegoated here. This is all. One of the other defendants' lawyers over here took a little bit of a different approach and said, this is a guy named Attorney Roger Roots, who did the Pizzola opening statement. Now, Pizzola smashed 2 of the Capitol windows with a riot shield, which ignited one of the breaches of the Capitol. I mean, Pizzola was one of the first people in there. That's what Roots said. He goes, this entire case is about a 6-hour delay of Congress. From 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It's just 6 hours here. That's all that took place. And he goes,
Hey,
yeah, it may look
Latricia.
pretty
Hey,
bad,
honey.
but at the end of the day, how can
Good
this be obstruction?
morning.
He also says, what my client didn't commit robbery here. What are you talking about? There's no real crimes at issue. That's basically what Roots does, and very, very, very. And they kept playing this weird video of like Roots in the Capitol like committing the crime, and then the lawyer went to the jury and said, "This is the not guilty video. When you render your not guilty verdict, this is what I want you to show everyone. This is the not guilty video." Like, very, very, very strange.
What's
opening
up,
statement
boy?
by,
You up?
Pizzola's
Hey.
attorney.
Hey, y'all.
And as he goes
What
through all
I'm
these
doing,
other
man, I'm
opening
getting prepared for
statements,
bed, but we're
some
gonna
very
have,
strange
I'm gonna do the
The
morning
first
Joe.
witness to testify
And then I go to sleep
Friday,
afterwards.
Thomas Lloyd, a Capitol police officer, and he basically said that thanks to the bravery and courage of Eugene Goodman, the Capitol police officer who directed the insurrectionists away from the members of Congress, that if the insurrectionists went where they were originally heading, there were armed Capitol police officers and Secret Service agents who were protecting the members of Congress. So if they got through, there would have been a gun battle. And Eugene Goodman saved that from happening. So there you have it, folks. And one other thing to mention, Joe Biggs his lawyer didn't give an opening statement. They deferred the opening statement. They don't have to give an opening statement. And so there you have it, but one of the most interesting things there is the lawyer accusing
Hey, y'all.
Donald Trump. I mean,
Of course,
Enrique Tarrio, the leader of
I
the
only
Proud
sleep in the
Boys. Are you kidding me?
daytime. Looney
I
Tunes,
think one of the
what's
things the
up?
prosecutors have done
So
also,
I'm
they
getting
watched
ready. Hey,
what
Chubbs.
worked.
Hey, baby.
They watched
Good
what
morning.
worked
So
during
I'm
the
getting
October
ready to
seditious
prepare for
conspiracy
sleep.
trial. And
So
here,
I have to
knowing that the jury
I have
really
to
went to
hydrate
these
first. So
encrypted
I
messages,
drank 2 of these
the
before
heavy
I
focus here is
retire.
showing this jury
But
these
come
telegraph
along, I
messages
will
where
be
people
doing
are
a
admitting
couple of Joe
essentially
morning
to
show.
being terrorists, to the seditious conspiracy.
See, you see my foot
And then you just
post?
had a bunch of
Yeah,
other
thank
weird,
you.
lawyers representing these
So
Proud
I'm
Boys,
gonna be
and
doing a
Tarrio's
morning
lawyer
Joe.
blaming
So,
Trump. So
but
we're gonna keep
and then
following.
I go to sleep
This
after
case
that.
goes back
I am
back in
a
action on
night
Tuesday.
person.
So we'll keep
I
you
have
posted
more
here, of course,
energy
on
in
the
the
latest. So hit
nighttime.
the
So
subscribe button. We're on our way to 1 million
but
subscribers.
this
Thanks
is
for
what
your
I
support.
do.
Check
This
us
is
out at
like a vlog of what I do
patreon.com/MeidasTouch. You'll love the content
before
on Patreon,
I
and it helps
go to
fund this
bed.
independent platform.
While you
Till
order
next time,
up
I'm
and
back.
about, I'm
At
sleeping.
Midas Touch, we are unapologetically
So,
pro-democracy, and we demand justice
we're
and
gonna
accountability.
we're gonna take a look at this, and this is what I call Trump's uh, nightmares, horrifying nightmares. So I try to find it. It is so. This guy, he is so hilarious. It's how he. Hold on. It's how he says it. I mean, like how he do it. Oh my God, I gotta find him. So this is what I do. Okay. Now, what we're gonna be watching now is this idiot, this Santos, this Santos guy, right? He totally,
Not so smart.
Well, there is a
the
smart
people
way
in
to
New
say it.
York,
Switch to Verizon.
he
That's right. For a
totally
limited time, get
defrauded
Verizon
them.
Unlimited,
Like,
just $25 a line, guaranteed for 3
I mean,
years.
he's a complete
Ooh,
fraud,
Verizon.
and yet he made it to the
He
Congress.
speaks. The talented Mr. Santos finally
He made it
decided
to-
that it was his time to share his story. And guess how he addressed his constituents?
He
On Steve Bannon's podcast, of course, which was guest hosted by none other than Matt Gaetz. And here's what Santos said.
Came here to serve the people, not politicians and
He is a
party leaders,
fraud.
and I'm going to do just that. I was elected by 142,000 people. Until those same 142,000 people tell me they don't want me, we'll find out in 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, who cares if those folks already called on him to resign? In that same interview, Santos fibbed a couple more times, telling Gates that he didn't have any preconceived notions on what committees he wanted to serve. Not true. Back in November, he broadcast to millions of New Yorkers that he hoped to serve on the House Financial Services or Foreign Affairs committees, based on his fake 14-year background in capital markets and his multicultural background. He also refused to tell Gates how he was able to.
He
loan his
lied about
campaign
everything.
$700,000.
I've worked my entire life. I've lived an honest life. I've never been accused
Hey,
sued,
CC.
of any bad doing.
Hi, honey. Good
Well,
morning.
despite his claims, we continue to get disturbing new information about his tangled web of lies. Mother Jones has new reporting on one person who may be key to unraveling Santos's super sketchy campaign finances. That person, his campaign treasurer, is named in a recent complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission, alleging Santos illegally hid the source of the money that he loaned to his campaign through a straw donor scheme. Late this afternoon, the New York Times reported that additional questions are emerging about a state political action committee run by that campaign treasurer and by the congressman's sister. According to the Times, the PAC called Rise New York was apparently paying for wages and
Hey,
professional
Jamali,
services
baby.
for
Good
Santos's
morning.
campaign staff, including his press secretary. The PAC also seemed to pay for expenditures that just so happened to take place at many
Oh,
of
you're
Santos's
going to
favorite
bed
restaurants
too?
and gas stations.
Oh, you're
Now,
not
PACs
out too,
are allowed under
CC?
state law to give directly to candidates or to authorized committees. But they can't spend it just any way they want and in any other ways. Well, I'm joined now by David Korn, Washington Bureau Chief for Mother Jones and author of American Psychosis, a historical investigation of how the Republican Party went crazy. A subtle title for a subtle man. David, explain to me, because I am fascinated by, I mean, the lies are completely
Hey,
weird.
Yeah.
I'm
But
doing
the
fine,
money, where did
baby.
he
How
get
are you,
Well,
Lonnie?
we don't know. And I have to say, having covered politics, I hate for a couple of decades,
Yeah.
I've never seen a single congressional campaign that has led to so much investigative journalism.
Time
In
for
the last
bed,
few days,
baby. Yeah,
New
me
York
too.
Times,
But
the
I'm going to do the
Washington Post,
morning
Daily
Joe, though,
Beast,
today.
Talking Points memo, and Mother Jones,
And then I
Robin
go to
Evans,
bed
all had very
afterwards.
different
Yeah.
breakthrough investigative pieces, including the one we put out today with my colleague Noah Leonard. And the money's flowing in a couple
I
of
have to
different ways.
hydrate
There's
first,
the
y'all.
$7,000 that comes into his campaign. The Times talks about hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in possibly through an illegal outfit that he set up. There is money coming in personally, coming into the campaign. There are disbursements going out that are not identified where the money is going. And what we
After
focused
I
on
do
in
this, once I
particular
get
was that
hydrated,
he, at the same
I
time, while
probably
this is going on,
about,
he's also trying to make
and maybe,
money in
uh,
politics. He and a bunch
maybe
of people he
30
worked with at
minutes
a
to
company
an
in
hour.
Florida that closed down after it was alleged to have run a Ponzi scheme. Now, he was not implicated.
I don't
in it,
even know
but the
what
company
time
was.
is it.
He and several colleagues there with his treasurer from
Yeah,
Long
we'll
Island,
do a morning
people
Joe.
from
I'll see if
Long
I'm
Island,
fit
they
enough
got
to
together,
do
formed a
some
company that then tried to make
breakfast.
money off a woman
But I don't
raising a
want to
lot of
do it
money
because I'm not
to run
going to be
against AOC.
eat
And it
eat it.
disaffects him. Now he's running for Congress. He has a campaign treasurer, and he's still now trying to work with these people to bring in money into his own pocket.
Yeah.
This company called Red Strategies USA is hitting up other Republicans in the New York area to get money, and it makes some, and then it suddenly stops and doesn't do anything, and we don't know why. But a lot
Oh,
of
that's
these
right,
enterprises, how do
baby.
they go?
Oh,
And the thing
damn.
is that
Okay.
he's claiming on his financial
I'll give
disclosure
you.
forms that
It's
in
8:03.
a period of 1 to
Where
2
you
years,
are?
he
Oh,
made
wow.
between
Okay.
3.5 million and 11.5
Oh my goodness, you're
million dollars
everywhere.
in income.
I keep
And this is
forgetting
not
about my
the
lovely people. They
between
all
a
over the place, huh?
$55,000 a year job.
Right.
This is money, and you know what? And it is against the law to lie on these disclosure statements. And even Matt Gaetz, even with a friendly interview today with Matt Gaetz, when Gaetz asked him about the $7,000 that he says came from the company that paid him millions, he could not identify the source, and he made a joke that it wasn't from Burisma or China. So he is hiding the source of this income. His campaign finance filings look really dodgy, with money coming in, money going out, and at the same time, he's creating this. I don't want to call it, no, I don't know if we can call it grifting, but this other source of
A-Town,
revenue with
okay.
his political
A-Town.
connections to raise money. in
Okay, I
other
set
campaign
that
money.
alarm. Hugs,
It is a-
baby.
you know, it is a
Hugs and
definition
kisses.
of a
And
tangled
if
web
you
here.
don't show
Why
up, I
Florida always
know
involved in everything?
you
Well,
love
I'm
me
sorry,
anyway,
no,
like I
no,
love
I
you.
knew
It's
Florida was
okay,
gonna come up
baby.
eventually. So at this
It's
point,
okay.
as you said, there's this tangled web where he might have lied on his disclosure forms, which, as you said, is illegal. He has this PAC that's paying his sister.
Yeah.
People are earning money off it personally. He's going to his favorite restaurants. All of this on this fundraising dime. You now have 7 House members who have called on him to resign. Anthony D'Esposito was on earlier
Hey,
today on
Cheapo.
MSNBC
Good morning.
saying
Back to
it's
sleep.
gotta go,
Okay,
right?
baby. Good morning.
But Kevin McCarthy seems dug in to stick with him.
All right,
We know,
Cece.
I think it's pretty obvious. He has a 4-person majority. He
Right.
can't lose anybody. You know, people say if it's that close, why does it matter? Well, it matters because people move on, people get sick, people pass, and if you're going to have a close vote on something, you need every vote you can get, particularly if there's a recall vote, you know,
Right.
which he has now given, you know, the terrorists in the Republican Party the right to do, to basically have a no confidence vote anytime. So every vote matters. I think it's pretty clear that if Santos, you know, either at some point will not be a member of Congress in that district, and it's likely to go back to a Democrat. So if he pushed
Hey,
through Santos
Hey,
out, which
hey,
the House
baby
doesn't
daddy,
have
a
to
baby
do,
was
he could
born.
become a
That you
Democrat.
see him, go to my
McCarthy,
community and see
we'll
your
see how
baby.
much he's
You
traded
dirty
away in
sucker.
the last couple of
So,
weeks.
hey,
So,
man.
yeah, so I don't think he's not.
My
He's
Jaguars.
not going to.
Your Jaguars won. Oh,
It's
congrats.
really interesting. He said, well, everybody
All right.
approving
Congrats,
Now,
baby.
that's true in a court of law. But if
That's
someone comes in
great.
and starts lying and you know and snorting drugs, you know, on the House floor, whatever they're doing, you can come to a conclusion and say that
Right.
person should not be
Yeah.
a member of this body. So he is hiding behind this, you know, this rhetoric. When it's quite clear, as we see
I
in the New York
even the
State
baby,
Republicans, they
I
believe
even the
he's
baby
carrying
pig,
down the
and I
party.
know
They
it
want
ain't
him
mine.
McCarthy
It
said,
is yours.
"My lifeline
Can I
is
see you a
really
dog?
short
Yeah.
in the house. I can't
Now the
afford to get
baby's
anybody
born.
It's going to be interesting to see how
You gonna pay up,
because my
fool.
other question is why,
You're gonna
why
pay
would
up.
this person be fundraising specifically for him in a seat that was likely to be
Well, the
vacant?
fact that he got so much
So much
money,
money, yeah.
is very mysterious.
It's very mysterious. David Horn, always appreciate you. And by the way, when the speaker says that he was elected, no, he wasn't elected. Somebody they thought was George Santos, who no one knows who he is. Thank you very much, David Horn. Really appreciate you.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna now find this one I love so much. You do got it, and I want it. And the baby is born now, and so you cannot be lying about these things, you dog. He is such an asshole. Who does that? Who abandons their child? You got me pregnant. I didn't get you pregnant. Who got you? Look, hold on. You are the one. Let me find this one. This one is so I swear he's hilarious. He is Lawrence O'Donnell, and he's it is where is he? Oh my God! Come on, find him. So. Two issues will transfer tax crimes be prosecuted. Okay, so he always says things out, right? And it is so damn hilarious to me the way he puts it out there. And I know, and you know, Orange Trump is listening. It was an immaculate concept. You. Oh my goodness! So let me go in here. I got to go all the way back on Search My Guy because he is hilarious how he puts it together. He puts it together. It is so sweet. I love this man. The way he put, you know, real life shit together when he's discussing him, right? I go to sleep with this shit. I'm sorry, y'all, but this is what I do. Before I go to bed, I want to know who's doing what in our Congress because laws, the policies that they pass or do not pass actually matters in my life. You understand this? So I want to fucking know. I want to be in the know. So I had to find this one that he just did. Oh, come on. Don't do me like this. So, anyways, thank you all for coming. I just wanted to put you in the life how what I do before I go to bed. And I want this one was very, very it was very, very funny to me. I have a crazy sense of humor, I guess, and I'm a political animal. I love politics. I love because I want to know what they're doing to us, and it matters as far as what policies they're passing, because even though you don't think it may or may not affect you, it does. That's why it's very important to know in your district who you're voting for and to go and vote. We may not get the results that we want all the time, but there will be results. I mean, either way, but your voice matters. Everybody's voice matters. If you pay fucking taxes, whatever, your voice actually matters. And so it's very important too. I am a big advocate for voting because sometimes these people and a whole lot of states, they try to make it very much hard for you to vote. And it is so fucking ridiculous that people don't take advantage of the freedoms that they have right now. Because these idiots that has a majority of the house, they're trying to take your freedoms away. And you don't even fucking know it because you're not paying attention. I pay attention. I know what's happening. So that will prepare me for what's to come. And so I do this now for you to know what may come. And I cannot find him. The one that I wanted. Now Lawrence O'Donnell, it's the way he pushed it together. I am so in love with him. He uh I'm gonna just play one for us because I'm trying to find the one. I just I'm like, oh my god, maybe if I go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And okay. Are you? Is he in there? Here we go. Okay, now this was what I will call the. They stay attacking the first, second. I don't remember. Yeah. Now this is the one that before I was getting myself together to do my hibernation, like you all may call it, my sleep time. I stumble across, see what's happening, and so this is the hit for me. This is Lawrence O'Donnell, y'all, and the way he puts things together is so. Oh my God. This is Donald Trump's nightmare. No, this is not the one. This is hold on. We gotta go back some. We're gonna go all the way to the beginning. Okay. Now we can start. Now y'all check this shit out, cause Donald Lawrence, he is like telling Trump, and you know this fat fuck is watching, right? Because he watches everything.
Year-old retiree who's living on the full load of government benefits for his age group, Medicare, Social Security, and in his case, a government pension, and who has discovered that golf is the least effective form of exercise to control weight and stay in shape, is now a full year and a half into the worst life ever lived by a former president of the United States. Donald Trump his life is a misery from the moment he wakes up too early in the morning through those dark hours in the middle of the night when he's struggling against the insomnia to find some peace. Peace that never comes. Pure misery. That is his life. Prior to Donald Trump, the worst post-presidential life ever lived was Richard Nixon's 20 years after being forced to resign the presidency in disgrace because of the crimes he committed in office, for which he was assuredly going to be impeached if he stayed in office, and convicted in the Senate and removed from office. But 1 month into Richard Nixon's painful post-presidency, his successor, Gerald Ford, relieved him of the worst pain by granting him a full pardon for any crimes Richard Nixon committed during his presidency. Donald Trump does not have the comfort of a pardon to soften the agony of his days and nights. And so Donald Trump's life now is much, much worse than the 20 years Richard Nixon spent in mere disgrace after the presidency. I say mere disgrace because Donald Trump spends every day and every night under disgrace and multiple threats of indictment, of federal and state indictments, and possible of criminal convictions eventually. Both federal and state.
You fuck.
For possible crimes committed
This
while
idiot
he
is
was
for your
president,
fat bitch.
and possible crimes committed after his presidency, including crimes that he might actually be committing tonight if he is still illegally in possession of any of the government documents, including classified documents, that he was supposed to return to the National Archives. Every day of Donald Trump's life now is worse than the day before, and tomorrow is going to be much, much worse than today, because tomorrow we are going to see significant portions of FBI affidavit that the Justice Department will release following an order to do so from a federal judge today, who approved the Justice Department's redactions in that affidavit to protect the identity of witnesses and the possible investigative techniques being used in an ongoing criminal investigation of Donald Trump. U.S. Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhart, who authorized the search warrant of Donald Trump's Florida home, has ordered federal prosecutors to make the redacted version of the affidavit used to support the search warrant public on or before noontime tomorrow. Could be anytime tomorrow morning. That redacted search, that redacted affidavit that supported the search warrant, while blocking witnesses' names and FBI agents' names, is going to reveal substantial evidence against Donald Trump. Donald Trump said he was an insomniac long before he reached the presidency. How do you think Donald Trump is going to sleep tonight? Tonight, Donald Trump knows that even the redacted version of the FBI affidavit released tomorrow is going to make tomorrow the very worst day of his life so far, only to be followed by even worse days, including possible days in court, in federal court, or in Georgia state court as a criminal defendant Donald Trump.
Whew, God, that fat
Donald
fuck.
Trump knows what's coming better than any of us do, because Donald Trump knows what he did. Donald Trump knows what he did when he was trying to overturn the presidential election in Georgia and other states. Donald Trump knows what he did leading up to and during the
Drop
January
the
6th
link.
attack
I
on
don't know how to
Capitol.
do
Donald
the
Trump knows what he
link
did
thing. I don't know if I
when
can
he
do that.
decided to steal
Share,
government
share,
documents
share.
and bring them home. Donald Trump knows what he decided. That he
Oh,
decided to illegally possess those documents for a year and a half. Donald Trump knows.
The right credit
I
card
don't know how
can be
to
a
drop
game
the
changer if you're
link.
assaulted.
I don't know how to drop the link on here. I'm not on a StreamYard. I don't know how to do that, baby. It don't have anything to help me with it. Wait to drop
Donald
the
Trump
link.
also knows that he now has terrible lawyers defending him. Really, in effect, no one defending him now. Donald Trump knows, as of today, his last White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, is being subpoenaed to testify about him to District Attorney Farley Wilson grand jury in Atlanta.
You're finna
Notice
get
that
it, you
Donald Trump
fat
is not
fuck.
making any public comments now, warning Mark Meadows and his former election lawyer Sidney Powell, who has also been subpoenaed to that same grand jury in Georgia. No warnings from Donald Trump about flipping. Notice that Donald Trump, he's not
You know
wanting
what,
any
Kennedy?
of
You a
these
dog.
not
I
to
still
flip,
with it. And you
as
gonna
he
still give me
publicly
that
did when he was president.
motherfucking
Use
money,
that
yo.
word flip.
You
As
can hit that
president of the
cash
United States,
app.
Donald Trump
I don't even know how to
publicly
put
warned
that in
Paul
here.
Manafort not to flip. That was the word he used publicly, the gangster word for telling the truth. He did the same thing with Roger Stone. He did the same thing with Michael Flynn. Donald Trump did that while he was president of the United States because he knew he had an attorney general who would protect him against charges of obstruction of justice. Tonight, Donald Trump is under investigation by Attorney General Merrick Garland, specifically for obstruction of justice, among other things.
You know
that is
what?
how Donald Trump's life has changed.
You
That
better-
is how it has become pure misery.
Pure
And
misery.
tonight, Donald Trump, living in fear of a real attorney general for the first time in his life, does not dare to play the public game of witness intimidation and obstruction of justice that he played and was allowed to play when he was president of the United States. Donald Trump knows what it feels like to have the full protection of the presidency. Donald Trump knows what it feels like to have the full protection of an Attorney General, William Barr, who believed the old Nixon lie that if a president does it, it's not a crime. When you've had that kind of protection, imagine what it's like to have none. Tonight, Donald Trump has no legal protection against what he did. And Donald Trump knows what he did. And that's why no president in history has ever lived the agony that Donald Trump is living tonight. Donald Trump is asking himself, will I be indicted? Donald Trump is asking himself, how many times will I be indicted? It has been 17 days since the FBI executed a search warrant at Donald Trump's home, and Donald Trump has not offered one word of defense or explanation about what was in his home. Not one word. Donald Trump has been terrified into abject silence about the evidence because he knows what the evidence is. Donald Trump began his day today on his social media site at 8:50 a.m. with a series of short bursts of anger that would be called tweets if he was still allowed on Twitter, and they proved how desperate and cornered Donald Trump's mind is now. Clearly his mind was on the agony of the criminal investigations of his activities, primarily involving the FBI search of his home. But in the first burst of rage, he didn't talk about that. Instead, he just mentioned Joe and Hunter Biden and the laptop from hell. Nothing
Okay.
about the evidence against Donald Trump.
She
In
done
the
showed
second one,
up.
Donald Trump said Joe Biden said he knew nothing about the break-in of Mar-a-Lago or the greatest political attack in the history of the U.S. Does anybody really believe this? Now, the answer to that question is yes. Most people believe Joe Biden. And the documentation in the case now shows that President Biden specifically refused any involvement in the decision about what to do about government documents kept at Donald Trump's home after the Trump presidency. Back when Donald Trump was protected by the presidency and protected by the Attorney General, Donald Trump wouldn't have asked the question, does anyone believe Joe Biden? He would have called Joe Biden a liar. He would have called Merrick Garland a liar by name and attacked Merrick Garland by name personally. But Donald Trump is afraid to do that now. So now it's just a question, does anyone believe that? Donald Trump is living an unprotected life. And that terrifies him.
Of course it does.
A few minutes
The
after
jig
those
is up.
statements on his social media,
Who doesn't love free?
Of course it fucking scares him to death because all of his walls, all of the bullshit that he has been pulling, especially I mean, these things have been happening even before this idiot went down those golden stairs of his in Trump Tower. Here, what I live, or was it in New York? Who knows? He's a fraud. He's been a fraud. And then you'll get the Santos fuckface bastard, just frauding the people of New York. He even said, now his mother has died 29 fucking times. First she died in 9/11, then she died in a hot. Yeah, this motherfucker is a dog. He is the worst dog ever. Let's get back to why he puts. This motherfucker post shit. He got his own little what they call it, some kind of media thing he got. Cause nobody wants. Santos is the worst. Rachel. Santos, he tricked their ass good. And see, this is what the Republican Party is about. They're not the Reagan Republican Party no more. They all about getting back at you. They have no policies. They have no answers. Or even, they don't even have suggestions for the people that put them in office. So now we here with this house because they have the majority of the house. The first thing these whores are doing, they on the attack because they are criminals. And the Dems, they did the January 6th committee. They tried to play that down when this was a real insurrection. Can you imagine if it was, you know what Donald Trump done? Y'all may not remember, or maybe you, I mean, like most of you all don't follow this shit, and I know it is probably boring to you because you rather be listening to Sue fucking who and things like that. But this is my life, so I bring to you what I do before I head out to bed. I am a very upside down, backwards, whatever you call it, in my life. I live my life at night. I sleep in the day, and so I prepare myself for my sleep time. I hydrate first, and this is what I do, what I'm showing you. I said that I will be doing vlogs sometimes, you know, about how I get down. My life is very simple. I don't need much. I don't have to be rich. Long as I'm comfortable, I have a roof over my head, and I have food to put in my belly. And I live very simply. You know, I mean, like, I have went through the ringer in my fucking lifetime. Uh, so, the simple things in life, I will employ you guys to fucking take advantage of it and to get some humility because you ain't got to try to keep up with the Joneses because your life will be very fulfilling just as you want it. And my life is fulfilled. And people say, oh, you live alone now and everything. Don't you get lonely? No, I'm never lonely. I always kind of been a kind of loner type person. But my life is fulfilled. I have a very generous and understanding God that I serve. Whatever your God is, you'll have to have an understanding. My God understands that it doesn't take much. I have had much before, but it wasn't, you know, legal. But I enjoyed that life as well until it became very dangerous for me and my children. Uh, I am a recovering addict, but an active alcoholic. I still like my drinking drinks. But my life is still very much mine today. Nobody can tell me how to live my life. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I do. I do the things because I lived in poverty before. I didn't grow up in these great, uh, uh, you know, my mother was mentally ill, my father was gone. You know, I had to serve myself. I am who I am because of me. I didn't have mentors. I didn't have these things. And and one thing about it is like people, you people that okay, like I love politics, and not because I love politics. Politics, I want to know what you're doing. But the first time I ever voted in life, was Clinton. and I would say, nah, he just like a Negro, right? But I did not understand at the time that these people are politicians and they want your vote. They'll say one thing and do something totally different once they get in office. So once I find out about these people are not exceptional, they are human beings. And when Clinton was getting his dick sucked, I was like, woo, this some real shit here. What? Not Mike Clinton. The first white black fucking president. So that put an alarm up. And I started to really start to like, wait a minute, these people are making policies that could destroy my life or the endeavors that I'm trying to reach, or make it better. So I started to get very, very much interested. And people say, oh, that's boring. And I will look at them like, okay, because a lot of people that don't vote, because they say, oh, voting don't matter. Okay, sometimes it won't. We don't win all the time. You don't win all the time. I mean, but if you're paying attention, you would know who the fuck to vote for because you pay attention to the participants. And when you pay attention, you will say, okay, this person says this, because that's, like a voter a voter can only go by what these people say out of their lying fucking mouths, right? Because they all lie. But there are some that actually will try to help. So watching policies is very important. You'll see down, you'll say, okay, motherfucker, this is what you say, and then when they get in office, it's a whole new motherfucking deal. But it does not mean that your vote don't count, because they actually count those votes. And even if you vote, even if we do not win what we want, they see your vote. They know what you want. And when they come back to town, these fuckers that represent you are able to go there and say, you a lying piece of shit bitch. You said one thing, but you did something else. You voted for something else. That is very empowering. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. And it gives you power. You don't have to vote. Shut the fuck up and stop complaining and vote. And this is what I always been saying most of my life, because most of the people, when I was voting and I would be trying to round up people to vote, I would knock on doors, to vote. I mean, especially when Obama had started, I was like, he didn't even know me. He didn't know me, but I'm like, first of all, we're making history here. He's like another politician. We don't know if he's a lying piece of shit too. But making history, the first black fucking president ever. That's diversity all around this world that we needed so badly. I knew he would be attacked. I knew they would stop him from policies. This is why. Because, I hear a lot of my friends, Obama didn't do shit for us. Get off your dirty, nasty ass, bitch. Obama did what he did, being a black man for the first time amongst these old white motherfucking racist piece of shits. They want shit to be back the way it was when they was totally in power. It was a shock to them, I'm sure. A bunch of them probably had heart attacks. He won. Fuck yeah. It doesn't matter. It wasn't like he wasn't gonna help us. He couldn't. There is a process to this shit. And you all I want you all to know that there's one side and there's another side. And what partisan means and what bipartisan means. When a bill is passed and it's passed, they say bipartisan, that means Democrats and Republicans alone passed this bill. They made this bill together. Partisan bills are not great because it's only one side that do it. Either one side do it because the other side, which is the Republicans, because they hate everything, that's going to help us. They really do. So, that's just a little bit of some. I wanted to let some of you all know. I know you're not interested in this, but this is what I'm interested in, and this is what I will present to you, whether you like it or not. You ain't got a car, of course. You'll go and see who fucking who, because they're more interesting to you. It piques your interest. But something like this, I am about educating people. I'm about giving you an option. And first of all, I'm about fucking voting. And you opening up your fucking eyes and not let these bitches fucking lie to you. Hold them accountable for the things they say. Oh my God, we just got a motherfucker that lied about every fucking thing, and he's sitting in Congress now. Do you know he held up this sign? Do y'all know what that sign means? No, you don't. Because you're not fucking interested and you don't fucking pay attention. So, here we go. Oh my God, my fucking shit. So, read that. This is what Donald Trump puts. He always puts some dumb shit because he's stupid. He's fucking stupid as fuck. And this is what he does. Because he's in trouble now. And Donaldson is going to let you know these things.
Every time the FBI raids a home or enters a home and finds a safe, that's the first thing they go to. Donald Trump's just pretending that the search of his safe was unthinkable. 1 minute later, Donald Trump blurted out the statement, Presidential Records Act, exclamation point. That was it. Presumably as if that is a defense, instead of the reason that Donald Trump's actions are illegal. We know Donald Trump violated the law as stated in the Presidential Records Act. We don't yet know if he will be prosecuted for that violation. 7 minutes later, Donald Trump made his last statement of the day about any of this, saying the Justice Department and the FBI are leaking at levels never seen before, and I did nothing wrong. Both of those things are not true. There have been no leaks at all from the Justice Department as far as we know, and we absolutely know that Donald Trump did many things wrong with those documents that he was illegally possessing at his home. I read you what Donald Trump had to say today simply to plumb the depths of his abject desperation and now no doubt near madness. As we stand poised at the threshold of reading more about criminal conduct by Donald Trump in the FBI affidavit that will be released before noontime tomorrow. The affidavit that convinced a federal judge that a search warrant of Donald Trump's home would probably reveal evidence of crimes including the mishandling of government documents and the crime of obstruction of justice. Donald Trump knows what he did, but even Donald Trump doesn't know what is in the FBI affidavit. He won't get it 1 second before we do. If Donald Trump has the strength to read it tomorrow, he will be reading it at the same time we read it. Because the special treatment of Donald Trump is all over. And now for Donald Trump, there is nothing but misery followed
Okay, Kennedy, I'm going to do the cup of Joe after this, baby, so I'll be still on.
What did you learn at that clinic today about what
So
this
this
means
is and I'm gonna get ready, and we're gonna okay, I want to do this one too, so y'all can see this, and you'll see this one. Hold on, you're gonna see this one. He's gonna be talking about the racist fucking stuff.
My mother's from Long Island. There's so many great accomplished people are from Long Island. The Great Gatsby. My mom.
Y'all should know this
Chuck D,
person here.
Howard Stern, Natalie Portman, Eddie Murphy, Dr. J. I mean, the list is extremely impressive. The people that have come out of Long Island, Strong Island. Shout out to the JVC Force. That's a deep cut. Do yourself a favor and YouTube JVC Force Strong Island. Use that in Beach Rhymes and Life, The Travels of a Tribe Called Quest, because if you were
What's
around
up, boy?
New York City, 86, 87, 88, 89, and you were into hip hop, you know that chorus. And this guy, George Santos, who appears to have a camel toe. George Santos, what's going on, homie? You look
Yeah!
like Santos.
What's going on, bitch?
What are you not telling us that's true?
Right.
George Santos from Nassau County, lying about everything. If I'm the people of Nassau County, I don't care if I'm Democrat, Republican. These are the great, hard-working people of Nassau County. You voted in this guy who's a complete fraud, a joke, a liar, a con man with a camel toe. My man got a camel toe. He showed up in Congress looking like he's been run up in. The man looked like he was ran up, all up in a Tijuana whorehouse that they used you up real nice and real proper. What's going on, Duke? Why you got a camel toe when you show up to Congress? And there's been a whole discussion of whether you threw up a white supremacy sign. Let me tell you something. The white supremacists don't want anything to do with you, you little bitch. He lied about where he went to high school, where he went to college, where he's gotten his money from. This piece of shit lied about an animal charity. Said that he saved thousands of cats and dogs. All lies. Lied about being gay. Lied about his mother dying in 9/11. Lied that his grandparents died in the Holocaust. This is a pile of shit, George Santos. Who, did I mention? He looks like he has a camel toe. My man got a gap. You got a gap, homie. He says he's gay. We don't know if he's gay. We don't know if he's straight. The gay people don't want any. The LGBTQ community doesn't want anything to do with you. And on top of all that, this freak lied and said he was Jewish. First of all, who in this point in time would lie about being Jewish? Everybody wants to be unassociated with us, the Jews. And this creep, kook, freak, this little hussy, George Santos, is out here lying saying he's Jewish, and then he backed it up and said, I didn't say I was Jewish, I said I was Jewish. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't know what you are, I don't know where you came from, but if I'm the people from Nassau County, I demand you resign. Anybody that, listen, I don't care this is not a political thing.
I'm sorry,
This guy's
y'all.
a liar. The people of Long Island, people of Nassau
Sorry,
County,
y'all.
you deserve better. Demand this piece of shit resigns. Lied about his grandparents dying in the Holocaust. Lied about his sexuality. Lied about his religion. Lied about where he went to school. He lied that he had an animal charity and he's saving animals. And you guys voted him in? Demand he resigns.
Woo!
New York strong. You're from Long Island. You deserve better. You deserve better. George Santos, you're a clown. You're a joke. Who's got a camel toe?
Camel toe.
I'm out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. rate, review, leave a request. You got somebody that you want me to bang on, to rant on? Let me know. Okay, that George Santos rant, that was because of you guys. I appreciate you watching. I'm out.
He's out, yo. Okay. I'm telling you, like, y'all gotta get with it, man. Y'all gotta get with it because it's real shit that is out here that will give us now. But now, unless you watch Fox News all the time, you're not gonna get real shit. Fox News is not news. Fox News is propaganda, basically. Oh my God! Let me find this motherfucker that actually said it. Tucker Carlson, this rich fucking prick, money rich kind of fucking prick. Oh, he just does news. He know they're lying, but yet they come on, and he has this crazy fucking fetish for AOC. Ooh, Lord, he be on her. And you know what AOC is that shit. A younger congresswoman, purpose, and then she's progressive. You know, y'all probably don't know what that means, but anyways, y'all better know who represent you. Y'all better fucking find it out. Because motherfuckers like Santos will be representing you only to enrich himself and ain't gonna do a goddamn thing for you, period. These motherfuckers, the Republican Party has went down to its lowest low. They the lowest of the lowest level. And okay, we're gonna go to another one, right? I want you all to see this. This is what I do. I'm sorry. It is me. I'm very interested in certain things that y'all don't give a fuck about. Y'all rather see, y'all more interested in who's fucking who, or, and that's okay. But I think, I probably because I am older now, I already been through the rigmarole. You know, I used to watch the stories, right, when I was younger because it wasn't much on fucking TV at the time. This was just TV. And I would watch the stories because they were scripted. And you know they were scripted. So it's not like these times and days when people put their real lives and real life shit and you can actually see it today. And I would be like, God, they're the stupidest fucking people on the planet. I always said the thing was stupidity. Not like I'm this smart genius bitch. No. But you know, I'm cool. I have a gift that I see bullshit before it gets me. Because bullshit can fucking kill you. People that's on bullshit, if you don't see them coming, oh, you know you'll have no time to shield up. You know what I'm saying? Because these whack jobs, they will come and destroy your whole life, your family's life, everything. Because they all about bullshit. But I'm going to give them props. I love a good piece of shit. Like, and I challenge them. Like, okay, I know you're a piece of shit. I know you're coming for me. Okay. That's probably the only time that I really I like challenges. And I'm like, okay, I see you. Don't target me. You gonna lose, bitch. You gonna lose. Because I already know what you want. Oh, you can talk to me all nice and nice. I love that shit. It's a game for me because I'm easily bored. And I'm like, I'm bored. I need action. But I need this kind of action while you use your fucking brain. Don't come to me with bullshit. Use your fucking brain because I'm all over your ass. Like, okay, I see you. How you doing? How you doing? So we're gonna watch this one before we go to a cup of joe. I'm doing a cup of joe. I'm still hydrating. And then we go to a cup of joe. I do not know how to put you up here. I don't see any thing I can read and write. But I do not see anything. I am on a live or just a live YouTube, and I don't see any options for me to put you up. It's not like I don't want to, but whoever wanted to come up here, you will be able to come up because I would do the StreamYard live for my cup of joe. And I would love for you to come keep me company. Let's have a conversation. It is okay. Okay, now this is very interesting to me. Maybe not interesting to you, but this is what I do, and it doesn't matter whether you're interested in it or not. But this is interesting to me. Now we're going to go here, and
And this is what the Washington Post did.
this person is they're progressives, right? There's differences, and I don't feel like going into it all. So I'm going to start. Oh shit! It went back. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, let me stop it so that you can read this. Okay, this is a commercial here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna pause it so that you can read this while he's talking about. Oh damn. Fuck, I can't even do that. But anyway, let's listen. Let's hear
Individuals
him.
want to do it. And that is something we will be looking at, McCarthy said. And one of the things McCarthy also said is that he shares the sympathy for what Donald Trump went through regarding the allegations against him in the first impeachment trial relating to him withholding weapons and extorting Vladimir Zelensky in Ukraine, and the second impeachment for leading an insurrection to overthrow our democracy. Kevin McCarthy said, I sympathize with what Donald Trump went through. He endured far too much. Now, in addition to being a weak MAGA Republican, whatever, Kevin McCarthy is just a freaking liar. He's a traitor. He's a liar. There's a reason that he's called Cave-In McCarthy, not just Kevin McCarthy. And look, you remember after the January 6th insurrection, there's like 3 different audio tapes that circulated where Kevin McCarthy said that Donald Trump bears responsibility, and he said that Donald Trump needs to go, and he said that he's going to be calling up Donald Trump, and I've had
And then he went and kissed his ass.
Everybody remember. So after the insurrection,
Yeah, play it.
this
Let's
is
play
what
it.
Kevin McCarthy was telling Republicans. I've had it with this guy. Play the first clip.
I've had it with this guy. What he did is unacceptable. Nobody can defend that, and nobody should defend it. The only discussion I would have with him is that I think this will pass, and it would be my recommendation we should do that. I mean, that would be my take, but I don't think he would take it. But I don't know.
Okay, now in the second clip, Kevin McCarthy says, can't we just take away everyone's Twitter accounts? Let's just take away their accounts. Play this clip of Cave-In McCarthy. Play the clip.
And there's an issue with Alabama. Barry Moore has said some things today even that we should look at, honestly. What did Barry say today? All right, so he deleted his personal Twitter account, but Jamie Dupree with the Atlanta Journal got screenshots. He said about 22 hours ago, wow, we have more arrests for stealing a podium on January 6th than we do for stealing an election on November the 3rd. Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Detroit would be
Hey, Charles. Oh, Chloe, you watched the. Hey, baby, y'all, they the best. You're going to get most of your great factual information from them. The progressives.
As the U.S. Capitol police officer who shot and killed a woman as he tried to get into the lobby. So he tweeted at Marjorie Greene and at Navarro, I understand it was a black police officer that shot the white female veteran. You know, that doesn't fit the narrative. Oh, man. So this is what we have to confront with this. Can't they take more of their accounts today, too?
Okay, now here's another clip of Kevin McCarthy after the January 6th insurrection saying Trump bears responsibility. He says he admits to bearing responsibility. I told him that he's responsible. Here is Kevin McCarthy again. Play the clip.
But let me be very clear to all of you, and I've been very clear to the president. He bears responsibilities for his words and actions. No ifs, ands, or buts. I asked him personally today, does he hold responsibility for what happened? Does he feel bad about what happened? He told me he does have some responsibility for what happened. And he needs to acknowledge that.
Well, now, Kevin McCarthy, the weakest speaker, MAGA Republicans, they want to introduce something that's going to expunge the impeachments of Donald Trump. Guess what? I'm a lawyer. That doesn't exist. There is no mechanism in the Constitution to do that. But look, we're dealing with MAGA Republicans who don't even understand how bills become laws. They pass a bill in the House of Representatives to defund a conspiracy that they created, for example, last week. The conspiracy they created that 87,000 IRS agents are going to knock down your door. So all they want to do is engage in these scare tactics while they pick your pockets. What they don't want is a functioning IRS. There's not 87,000 agents. Over a decade, people who are retiring from the IRS need to be replaced with new individuals, especially as things get more technologically advanced. You need to hire more IT people within the IRS. So over the next decade, 87,000 employees, not 87,000 agents. And in fact, the bill that House of Representatives MAGA Republicans introduced to now defund the IRS, to try to cripple the IRS, according to the Congressional Budget Office, would actually add $150 billion to the deficit. So the very first piece of legislation that they introduced in the House of Representatives, which, by the way, is not a law. It's not a law. It has to pass in the Senate and be signed by the president. That is how a bill becomes a law. Schoolhouse rocks. Yet MAGA Republicans are saying, oh, we passed it, the IRS is defunded. And then what they say about the Congressional Budget Office, which talks about how $150 billion will be added to the deficit, the Republicans say, oh, fake news. We're only going to cite the Congressional Budget Office when it benefits us. And when it doesn't benefit us, we're going to say the Congressional Budget Office doesn't know what they're doing. So now the folks who brought you a fake law don't know how a bill becomes a law. They're now talking about expungement of an impeachment.
Acquiring a business for
Cause
yourself
I'm only a
can be
bill.
scary.
Y'all
You
remember
saved and
that?
prepared for this moment.
I
And you need to
think
be
y'all
certain
probably
it's
young.
your business
Most of y'all
ownership
probably
to
young.
coach.
But it's only a bill.
Expungement may exist in criminal
They teach
cases
that
where
shit
there are
when you're
criminal
younger.
pleas or criminal convictions to remove from a individual who was convicted of the crime or has a crime on the record, to remove the conviction so it's off their record. That is what expungement is. There's no such thing as expungement of impeachment now. The MAGA Republicans may do, because all they engage in is performative BS. They'll pass a non-binding resolution to expunge Donald Trump's two impeachments. One where he tried to extort Vladimir Zelensky to help Vladimir Putin.
It's the Ukrainian
The
president
other
he's
because
talking
he
about.
led the January 6th insurrection. That's what they want to do. They want to show the American people that that's who they are. At the same time, they start railing about the purple M&M and make up conspiracy theories about
Eminem.
as they talk about Mr. Potato Head, or as they talk about Batman and the Joker. I don't even understand this one. If the Joker's pregnant, and that really makes MAGA angry. What are we talking about?
These
What are we talking
motherfuckers
about here?
actually,
What are we talking about?
these motherfuckers actually, oh my God, it is so fucking ridiculous how juvenile these motherfuckers are. These are grown men and women. Do you know that these bitches, Eminem's come out with the, I did some different color candies. Rainbow. Of course, rainbow is LGBTQTYZ, whatever. I love them. These motherfuckers, instead of trying to pass policies for us, for the people on the grounds. These motherfuckers are more interested in the colors of M&M's. Like, seriously? I swear to you, I'm gonna find one. I'm not gonna do it now. But seriously, these motherfuckers have no policy. They're not intelligent. Now you have people. If I was Hell University, if I was all these universities that these fucking rich fucks went to, I would be embarrassed. I would. I would be like, oh, they didn't come from this school, because look at the fucking behavior of these motherfuckers in our Congress, passing these policies, these ridiculous policies that has nothing to do with our fucking fucking being. Or they want to do investigations on Hunter Biden's fucking laptop. I mean, like, really? You're gonna do a subcommittee on Hunter Biden's laptop? But, oh, you was totally against the committee of 6, which they invited other Republicans to come on because of the January 6th shit. Can you imagine if it was a whole huge of fucking black people come and storm? We would have never got that close. And y'all know this. We would have never even got that close. Do you know that Donald Trump, when he held the fucking Bible upside down, he had the fucking National Guard to throw this gas shit. And they was just standing there protesting George Floyd shit. These motherfuckers, they want things to go back in slavery. And I'm just gonna say this out of my fucking mouth. Go fuck yourself. Because if you keep trying this shit, you're gonna get exactly what the fuck you asked for. And it ain't gonna be good for you. Period. So, it amazes me how fucking stupid that these people are. How fucking racist. How fucking misogynist. How fucking, like, illiterate. I mean, seriously. And these motherfuckers, they're in the house. They're so hateful. It makes me want to cry, but, you know, there will come a day, and I want all of you to be ready for it. Because the shit that they're passing, they know is not going to pass, because they got to get that shit through the Senate. And the president has to sign these things. Excuse me. Let me take another water. And so, these things will not come to fruition. So, all that it is posturing. You know, to make themselves look like they're actually doing something for the mega fucking idiots, the extremists. And these people, it's not true. These people do not even fucking, they have no idea how to govern. To govern, I'm going to give you a prime example of what governing means. Governing means like you have kids and everything, and you teach them, and you prepare them for the future. Our House of Representatives is full of fucking juveniles. And they old as fuck. And then you have some in there that want to go back to the old days, because the only thing that they are interested in is having fucking power. They want to be able to tell the black and brown people what to do and all this shit. Diversity is their enemy. Let's get back to what I'm doing. And I'm going to be getting situated so we can do this cup of joy and get this out the way, because I'm getting tired. And the sun is coming up here when the sun comes up. I know I am no vampire, but I've been on the same kind of cycle of things all my life since I was born. So I'm just gonna think that you should not be born in the middle of the fucking night, or you will have, if your child is born in the middle of the night, because I all my children, all my grandchildren, are like, when was they born? Because most of us live a similar life as for sleep. And I think there's something to it. I am no scientist, but I think it's something to it. Let's
The
get back.
Republicans going all in a performative way to demonstrate what a cult they are, where Trump is weaker and more desperate than ever, as Americans are yearning for normalcy, humanity, centrists coming together, solving problems, focusing on reducing the cost of healthcare, making education more accessible, reducing the cost of prescription drug prices, making sure that you could work for a high-paying job, more than a minimum wage, a wage with dignity, improving your working conditions, making sure that when veterans come back from overseas, that we treat our veterans with A+ everything. Make sure they get the best health care in the world. Republicans fist bump each other when they block giving veterans health care for exposure to toxic burn pits. We're focused on working with our allies. Vladimir Putin wants to destroy the United States of America. So the fact that MAGA Republicans sympathize with Vladimir Putin and say Putin is great and the Russian army is amazing and our army here is too woke. That's why we don't call these MAGA Republicans conservative. There's nothing that they want to conserve. They want to terminate the Constitution. After January 6th, as recently in the past month, Donald Trump called for terminating the United States Constitution. That's who Kevin McCarthy and the Republicans say they feel sympathy for. So sometimes the simplest explanation is the answer. Yes, they want to terminate our Constitution. They want to destroy our institutions. They want to topple our democracy. They want to support insurrection. And they support Vladimir Putin. Folks, the answer's kind of staring us in the face who these MAGA Republicans are. It doesn't start with the C. It starts with a T. They're traitors. They're traitors. They're fascists. We got to call them out. I'm Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers. Thanks to your incredible support. Also, check us out at patreon.com/MidasTouch. We've got incredible exclusive content at Patreon. You just go to patreon.com/MidasTouch. But also, it really helps grow this independent media platform, which is so important. So if you can, great. If you can't, no worries.
Okay.
I'm Ben Meiselas from the
Well, here, that's been Meiselas from Midas Touch. And I am gonna come back. We're gonna stream yard. We're gonna do a cup of Joe from the Colony's Cafe. And I'll see you in a bit. And we're gonna do this shit, right? So, you see how I get down? I have to hydrate because I will be sleeping while you're awake and doing the things that you need to do, and I will be hydrating to get ready. But we will do the cup of Joe, and I'll be back to you. And then what you see here is kind of what I do before I go to bed. I check things and I go and think, oh, wait a minute. Let me do this one thing. It's going to, I mean, like, everybody know these people, right? So I want to go here and want to get prepared, brew my lovely coffee because I'm almost done with my hydration. And we're going to do one more thing here. Let me get it. And so I think I want y'all to see someone that's very, very, very popular. Very, well, in my lifetime, he was the shit, right? And so both of them, actually, they brought very good music and wowed us with their antics in their music career. And I think it's really, really important for people to know. Because you may not It all depends on how old you are. So I'm just gonna put it here, and then I get ready so we can do a cup of Joe. And let's see if you know who these folks are. He is Liberace. That's Liberace. Liberace is cool, but I want you all to see this interview that I'm sure everybody would know. So, we started here. Who y'all think that is?
And I thought this clothes was just so beautiful, so rich. And I just loved it from a kid, but I couldn't get them. I was working at the bus station making $15 a week, and I couldn't buy them now.
What'd you do with that $15 a week?
This is a very old interview here. Something like what y'all do today.
My father, he had 12 sisters and brothers, and I had to support them.
13 children in all.
I was 13, and I had to raise my sisters and brothers from little kids, so I had a little more harder than you, Liberace, but I was there.
Yeah. You know, son, we're always talking about it, and I don't think people realize, but close up, you really are beautiful, like you said.
I feel it. I feel it. In your heart, you know it's right.
How long have you been telling audiences to shut up? Because you're the only one that...
For 20 years. I've told people to shut up as they left.
You remember the first time?
The first time I said that, I was in Las Vegas when the Dr. Cambridge place at the Aladdin Hotel across from the Dune. And I went there to feel it. And when they saw me, they didn't want me to work. They didn't like the way I looked. You know, they said, we don't want this man on our stage. You know, I didn't have on no suit and no tie, and all this beauty was just shining forth. And nobody want to be bothered. You know, so I went in and I threw the biggest crowd they ever had.
In Las Vegas?
In Las Vegas at the Aladdin Hotel. You know, not as an old hotel, but the Aladdin.
A lot of things are really happening to you career-wise.
Oh, yes, from being on your show. A lot of rules, you know, a lot of people, I've been wanting to co-host a show like you're doing. I've been asking them for weeks.
I can't stand the glare.
And weeks, and I've sold 70 million records. Have I taken my dues yet? I've been paying them all my life. Would I ever get a chance to co-host the show? I told Johnny Carson the other day, when are you going to let me host your show?
What did he say?
He just looked at me and said he didn't know what he was doing. Just looking at me.
Hey, Muhammad Ali is back, and he won the fight.
Oh, yeah,
He's beautiful.
Yeah, well, he is. He's very beautiful, you know, and he's always been a champ in my book anyway. I think he's a great fighter. He's beautiful for that field, and I'm beautiful for this field.
I see.
It's two different types of beauty, you know.
Yours is from within?
Mine is from within and without.
You know, I've been to this show so many times, I hardly know how to address you. I don't know what they call you, Little or Richard, or what do I call you?
You can just say the beauty is on duty. It don't matter. The beauty is on duty. You know, it was fit, and it's very appropriate.
Every performer, I think, I know Lee can look back on his very early days, and there were people who influenced him. Who was your big influence in your life?
I have several.
Music style.
Music style. Mahalia Jackson. It's one. Ella Fitzgerald, although I don't sound like her, but she did some. Shut up. She helped influence a little of it. And Fats Domino, Fats Wallace. You remember
Wallace?
You know,
Fats Wallace.
Whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Beauty is on beauty.
On beauty. Beauty is on duty. Yes, that's it. And so I went on and
the band's tuned in.
yeah, they are. I see they all waiting. Look at beauty. How you doing? Shut up.
You're from Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia.
Have they ever had a little Richard Day there?
A long time ago, Mikey, my father got killed in Macon. They brought me back there. and they had a little Richards Day. That's when I moved my mother out of there. I went back there and I got my mother and my brothers and sisters.
So where are they now? All in
In
New
Riverside, California.
Oh, Riverside.
Yeah, we live in California. The East Coast is nice, but I stay sick back here when I'm back here, you know, and back on the West, I just love the West Coast.
What do you mean? You get
Los
colds
Angeles.
and the flu and things?
No, the beauty just don't shine forth like it should right. Like the cold weather kind of keep it here.
Yeah. Would you show us a little of your musical talent?
I would you very much.
I'd like to hear it.
Let it all hang out. We're going to get it together right here with Liberty Rock and Mike Douglas. I want everybody to clap your hands, and if you're young, clap your young hands. If you're old, clap your old hands. On a little thing go like this. She can't help it, the girl can't. Everybody come on. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl. She can't help it, the girl.
All right. So, just to let you all guys know that don't know who he is, that is the famous fucking Little Richard. And then when he was younger, I just doing an interview with this guy. All right. So we got some shit going on here. Hey, Mad Dog Baby. Hey, honey. I was doing a little bit of things, so like it's almost like a vlog of what I do, how I prepare for bedtime. In the daytime, when everybody is awake, I prepare for bedtime. I hydrate, and but we're gonna do a morning Joe show. So I'm going to I think I showed everything I want to show today, but there will be more. I will let you look into my world, what I do. I mean, like, I'm very simple. It's very simple. I'm very simple person. I don't need everything. I don't need the lights, camera, action. I've always been the kind of person I be in the background. I like to observe. So, you know, I says maybe they let to know because I know I may be kind of weird to a lot of people of my interests and the things that I do. So this is what I do before prepare for bed. But today I will do the cup of Joe and that's has a little fun. It will be open chat because you probably don't like what I'm interested in, and that's fine. And so bring your own conversations to the table. It's open. And let's talk about some things. I am going to end this broadcast. Please hit the like, subscribe if you have it, and please do share. Do it for me, if nothing else. So I'm gonna do this, and in 10 minutes I'm gonna come back. We're gonna come back on a StreamYard, and we're gonna have the Cup of Joe hour. If you're still awake, you probably are awake. I'm the one, that sleeps during this time. So let's get this fucking shit over and on so I can take my hibernation like I do it every day. And I love you guys. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to end this broadcast. And thank you so much for even just indulging, engaging with me this early morning. But I'm coming back. Don't forget that. I'll be right back. Love you guys. Smooches. And I'm going to end this broadcast.